to go. Hey, this is Megan in the restricted section. Today I'm going to be doing an unhaul because I can't stop buying books, which means that I need to get rid of some of them so I have room to put them. So I have a stack of books that I'm going to unhaul and get rid of. The first one is Interwild Time by Paul Majors. I just talked about this. I think I read this in February. I was not a fan. I thought it was kind of silly, and it's just really not my thing. So yeah, this one's got to go. The next one is Martians Abroad by Carrie Vaughn. This is the last book I got in my Bookly box. I'm irritated that it's another YA book because I didn't sign up for their YA box. I signed up for their sci-fi box. I guess this is technically a sci-fi book, but I don't know why you would put YA books in your other book boxes when you have a box specific to YA, but it's fine. I just am not even remotely interested in reading this, and there are a lot of books that I'm super interested in reading, so I don't really want to waste my time with something that I'm not. So, got to go. Next is The Last Song of Orpheus by Robert Silverberg. I read this also in February. This is just a retelling of the myth of Orpheus. It was fine. I didn't love it, which is why I'm not going to keep it. I don't think that I'll revisit it or anything. But it was alright. I did not mind it. But yeah, it's just Orpheus himself kind of telling his story. And, I mean, like I said, it was pretty average. Next is Love, Dishonor, Marry, Die, Cherish, Perish, a novel by David Rakoff. This is written entirely in poems. It's all rhymey. And I honestly, I DNF'd this. I started it and it was really tedious, honestly. And I felt like it was just cumbersome and I didn't enjoy it. I rarely DNF books, but yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. I thought it would be kind of cool. It was a library sale buy, so I think I got it on Dollar Bag Day, so it was really cheap and it looked really cool, and I thought the idea that it was written in poetry would be kind of neat, a novel in verse. But yeah, not so much. I was not a fan. And this had pretty decent reviews on Goodreads. It seemed like a lot of people really liked it, but I just wasn't feeling it. Was not into it. Next up is And Chaos Died by Joanna Russ. I feel like I was supposed to like this, and I was really excited to read something by Joanna Russ. I heard about her in the Geek Feminist Revolution, and so I've been trying to read more sci-fi that was written by female authors, and so I thought this would be like a good little book. I just really did not feel it, and I feel like I was supposed to like it, but it was just really bizarre, and there were a couple of things that I found kind of problematic with it. There's a gay character in this that is like cured of his homosexuality, which is ridiculous. And I don't know if that was meant to be satirical or if she was serious, but I didn't dig it. I wasn't into this. Yeah, I think it's considered like experimental sci-fi, and it was just kind of weird, but not in a good way. So, it's got to go. Next is Girl Factory by Jim Crusoe. This is another one that, honestly, it was a cover buy, and it sounded kind of weird. The description on the cover also made some like promises it didn't fulfill, because it said it raised some questions about the ubiquitous objectification of women, the possibility for change in the nature of freedom. I don't really feel like it did all that. I think it kind of half-assed all that. Yeah, I wasn't into it. This is about a dude who runs a yogurt shop, and there are naked ladies in like vats of yogurt in the basement because it preserves them, they've found, and so he tries to wake them all up. It's kind of lame. I did not like it. Yeah, I didn't really think it was all that funny. I think it was supposed to be kind of amusing or satirical or whatever, but I didn't really think it was that amusing. I just thought it was kind of silly. Next is Luna by Julianne Peters. This is a book about a transgendered teenager. It is Liam, who was born male, but who identifies as female, and goes by Luna, and is trying to make the transition permanently from Liam to Luna. So, this was just average for me. Alright, so next up is Froome by John Lymington. I'm going to be real honest with you and let you know that I bought this because the name of the book is Froome. So my expectations were not high, and I'm glad they weren't. This is a pretty typical, like, 60s sci-fi novel. Sexism abounds. Not anything, 1966. So not anything, like, super unique or awesome. I was kind of disappointed. I mean, with a name like Froome, I don't know. Got to go. But next is The Secret Lives of Dogs, The Real Reasons Behind 52 Mysterious Canine Behaviors by Jana Murphy and the editors of Pets, Part of the Family. This is just a cute little book I bought. I think it was like in the bargain book section at Barnes & Noble, and it just explains some dog behavior. But I've already read it, and I feel like anything that I would like an explanation for, I can probably just Google. And at this point, I know my dogs. I feel like I know why they do the things they do. I know their little quirks. So, yeah, this one's gonna go. Next is 5 Very Good Reasons to Punch a Dolphin in the Mouth and Other Useful Guides by The Oatmeal. He's a webcomic. I just had this forever. It is really funny. It's not because I don't like it, but it's because I've already read it, and it's just it's a collection of his webcomics, so not really gonna need to refer back to this super often. And he does have some comics up on his website, so this one's gonna go too. So yeah, that is my unhaul. So I cleared some room on my shelves, which means that I can buy more books now to fill it up. But yeah, I'm also kind of like tentatively preparing for, there's another library sale in April, and I am powerless to resist the library sale. I have to go and I have to buy books. So I am anticipating bringing home more books at that time, and I want to have a place to put them. So I am going to make it a point to be more selective about what I buy at this library sale, though, and not just buy a bag of books because it's only $1. So anywho, there will be some links down below where you can find Sue and I elsewhere on social media. If you're not already subscribed to the restricted section, you should probably do it. And that's it for me today. I'll see you next time.